హాయ్. వెరీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. టుడే ఐ కుడ్ ఏబుల్ టు కమ్ లైవ్. అయితే ఒకే సమయానికి రావడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తాను. బికాస్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్ ఇన్ మై లైఫ్. బికాస్ ఐ బిలీవ్ వీఆర్ ఆల్ meant to be creative, meant to be excellent people. Perfection is important in certain areas, in certain professions. Especially for missions, perfection is very important. For engineers, perfection is very important. But as a creator, as a philosopher, as a life coach, so being in the flow, you need something extraordinary other than perfection. That's why I always say that there are three enemies in life, three friends in life. ఆ ఇద్దరు కూడా మన భుజాల మీద కూర్చుని ఉంటారు. ద లెఫ్ట్ మనకి ఎనిమీస్ ఉన్నారనుకుందాం. ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ కంపారిజన్. ద సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ పర్ఫెక్షన్. థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ జడ్జ్‌మెంట్. సో, కంపేర్ చేయకుండా ఉండలేం మనం. మన సక్సెస్ గాని, ఫెయిల్యూర్ గాని ఏది చూడాలన్నా ఇన్ కంపారిజన్ వస్తుంది. సో, ఆ కంపారిజన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు వి కెన్ ఆల్సో టర్న్ దట్ థాట్ ఇంటూ ఇన్‌స్పిరేషన్. సో, సపోజ్ మనం ఈ లైఫ్‌కి, ఈ ఏజ్‌కి, ఈ స్టేట్‌లో ఉండాలి. మన చుట్టూ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? ఇంతకంటే మనకంటే తెలివి తక్కువ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు ఒకప్పుడు మనం ఎలా ఉండేవాళ్ళం. ఇదంతా కంపారిజన్‌లోకొస్తుంది. బట్ యూ కెన్ ఆల్వేస్ గెట్ ఇన్‌స్పైర్డ్ బై లుకింగ్ ఎట్ సమ్‌వన్. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికొచ్చాడు? ఇఫ్ ఇఫ్ దట్ పర్సన్ కెన్ కమ్ దేర్, దెన్ హౌ మచ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఐ హావ్ ఇన్ మై లైఫ్? వాట్ ఐ కెన్ డూ? యూ కెన్ గెట్ ఇన్‌స్పైర్డ్. సో, అందుకే మనకి వర్తీ రైవల్స్ కావాలి లైఫ్‌లో. సో దట్ వి కీప్ ఇన్‌స్పైరింగ్. వి గెట్ ఇన్‌స్పిరేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్. సో, సిమిలర్‌లీ పర్ఫెక్షన్. పర్ఫెక్షన్ ఎక్కడైతే ఉందో మనకి అక్కడ మనం చాలా సార్లు హ్యూమన్ రిలేషన్స్ దెబ్బతింటా ఉంటాయి. అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్‌లీ చాలా సార్లు మనం మొదలుపెట్టాం. ఎందుకంటే పర్ఫెక్ట్‌గా ఉండాలి. ఐడియల్ సిట్యుయేషన్ అన్నీ బావుండాలి. అలా అనుకుంటే ప్రపంచంలో ఎవరికైనా పెళ్ళిళ్ళు అవుతాయండి? సో, ఏ పనైనా మొదలు పెట్టగలుగుతారా? సో, ఇట్స్ లైఫ్ ఈజ్ ఎన్ అడ్వెంచర్. సో, ఒక అన్‌నోన్ ప్లేస్. మనకొక మ్యాచ్ చూసినప్పుడు ఎవరు ఓడిపోతారో, ఎవరు గెలుస్తారో ఈజీగా ముందే ప్రిడిక్ట్ చేసారనుకోండి. మనకు తెలుస్తుందా? వి డోంట్ ఈవెన్ నో దట్. సో, దట్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ థింగ్స్. లైఫ్‌కి మాత్రం ఓ ప్లాస్టిక్ ఫ్లవర్ ఉందనుకోండి, పర్ఫెక్ట్‌గా ఉంటుంది. బట్ నేచురల్ ఫ్లవర్ అంత పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఉండదు కదా! బట్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఎ లైఫ్ ఇంటు దట్. అందుకని హ్యూమన్ రిలేషన్స్‌లో ప్లీజ్ డు నాట్ ఎక్స్‌పెక్ట్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ అండ్ డోంట్ ట్రై టు బి పర్ఫెక్ట్. బట్ ఇన్ పర్స్యూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్. పర్ఫెక్షన్ మే బీ పాసిబుల్. అసలు పర్ఫెక్షన్ కోసం ప్రయత్నిస్తే ఎక్సలెన్స్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్. బట్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ అవ్వకపోతే చూడండి సమ్ పీపుల్ 99 మార్క్సే ఎందుకొచ్చినాయి? 1% ఏమైంది? సో, అండ్ దే లుక్ ఫర్ ఫాల్ట్స్. సో, ఇన్ ఇంజినీరింగ్, ఇన్ సమ్ అదర్ ఫీల్డ్స్ డెఫినెట్‌లీ ద ప్రెసిషన్, ద పర్ఫెక్షన్ ఈస్ నీడెడ్. But when it comes to human beings, everybody has got their gifts and everybody has got their challenges in life. The third one is judgment. మనం జడ్జ్ చేయకుండా ఉండలేం. సో, లీడర్స్‌ని జడ్జ్ చేస్తాం. మూవీ స్టార్స్‌ని జడ్జ్ చేస్తాం. ప్లేయర్స్‌ని జడ్జ్ చేస్తాం. బికాజ్ యాస్ ఎ కామెంటేటర్, యాస్ ఎ స్పెక్టేటర్ ఇట్స్ ఈజీ టు జడ్జ్. సో, అలాగే మనను మనం జడ్జ్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఇన్‌స్టెడ్ వి కెన్ ఆల్సో ఆహ్, గెట్ క్యూరియస్. సో, ఎందుకలా బిహేవ్ చేస్తుంటారు వాళ్ళు? సో, వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాక్‌గ్రౌండ్? అందుకని ఒక జడ్జి గారు శిక్ష వేసే ముందు 2 వైపులా చూస్తారు. చూసి హేట్ ద సిన్, నాట్ ద సిన్నర్. దే యాక్చువల్లీ గివ్ ద పనిష్మెంట్ టు ద క్రైమ్ దే హావ్ డన్ ఆర్ ద ఫాల్ట్ దే హావ్ డన్, నాట్ టు దెమ్. అందుకని ఎప్పుడైనా గనక ఈ జడ్జ్‌మెంట్ ఇవ్వాల్సొస్తే ఐ లవ్ యూ బట్ ఐ డోంట్ లవ్ వాట్ యూ హావ్ డన్. సో, దీస్ 2 థింగ్స్ ఆర్ టోటల్లీ డిఫరెంట్. వి కెన్ అగ్రీ టు డిసగ్రీ. So, similarly, the friends are inspiration, gratitude, and curiosity. So, with this context, today session said tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'm announcing I'm postponed this program from 19th to 21st. So, making this available for more people, and we also reduce the fees from 10,000 to 5,999, which is 6,000 rupees inclusive of GST. Anyone interested can code also is given in my Facebook page and other areas. So if anybody wants to join by tomorrow, they have to let us know, my colleague, Mr. Mohan, on the number given there, 999552629. Today, I would like to talk about very interesting topic. సో, 'స్కేలింగ్ అప్' అని ఒక అద్భుతమైన బుక్ ఉందండి. ఆ బుక్‌లో ఆయన వర్నే హార్నిష్ గారు రాసినటువంటి ప్రకారము 4 ఇంపార్టెంట్ మేజర్ డెసిషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏరియా. ఒక బిజినెస్ స్కేల్ అవ్వాలనుకోండి, హౌ మెనీ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్? అది చూస్తే అక్కడ వర్నే హార్నిష్ గారు చెప్పిందేంటంటే దీస్ ఏరియాస్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో, లెట్స్ లుక్ ఎట్ దట్. లెట్ మీ ఆల్సో బి లిటిల్ సీన్. Yeah, people. So people are the most important for any business, that even in life. Then strategy. బిజినెస్ గట్ ఫీలింగ్ మీదో, మోటివేషన్ మీదో స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయండి. కానీ అవి స్కేల్ అవ్వలేవు. అవి పెద్దగా అవ్వలేవు. That definitely we have a lot of tools in business strategies. Basic business strategies are business model design and play to win, which is business strategy, and marketing strategy, sales strategy, and buying process. So these are the tools available. MBA course ఊరికనే చేయరు కదండి. So these MBA course is available today online. Many strategies are available, but a mentor actually will help you. So I have a colleague who actually helps me with all these things. Who is from IIM Kozhikode, and these strategies are important for business. And the third one is the education. సో ఇది ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఎవరు చేస్తారు? ఏ కంపెనీకైనా, పెద్ద కంపెనీ కొద్ది ద బిగ్గర్ ద కంపెనీస్, ద ద బోర్డ్ ఈస్ టోటలీ డిఫరెంట్, అండ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ టీమ్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్, అండ్ లీడర్షిప్ టీమ్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్, అండ్ ఎంటర్ప్రినర్ సమ్‌టైమ్స్ మే నాట్ ఈవెన్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ ఇన్ డే టు డే డెసిషన్స్ ఆల్సో. సో సో యూజువల్లీ ద బోర్డ్ విల్ టేక్ ద డెసిషన్ అండ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ బోర్డ్ విల్ execute that all the decisions into business. So then third one is execution is very important. So you need a different kind of people. So for leadership team, you need a different kind of team for execution team, and you also need a different kind of people for research and development team. And of course, maybe initially any startup, they do all the three things at a time. And cash management. How do you manage cash? Any business, top line is nothing but turnover or the sales. How do you get money? By selling something. And if you are not selling something, how do you manage cash? That sales is the utmost important of any business. In fact, if somebody have extraordinary product but they don't know how to sell, they may fail. But somebody has the capacity to sell but they don't have the product, they can always collaborate with someone who has the product or service. Right. So the top line. The second one is that expenses. How do you effectively control your expenses? And the third one is cash flow. Fourth one is bottom line, which is a profit. So people strategy, execution, cash flow. So today I wanted to introduce this one. This, of course, this is there for a long time, but I have developed over the years with my common sense. What is actually important for business? So let's say that the first one is the core purpose of an organization. So why your business exists? I think Simon Sinek book everybody knows that start with why. And that is a fundamental question everybody has to ask themselves. And sometimes some people say that, what is the purpose of my life? We don't even know the purpose of life. How do we know the purpose of business? So purpose of life is very simple. What you are good, what you are good, what you are great. And is there any purpose when you apply that into action? So if you are conscious about the benefit people are getting out of that, you can actually continue doing that. దీన్ని ఇకిగాయ్ అని కూడా అంటారు. What you love most, passion. What the world needs is a mission. And where you develop your knowledge and skills is a vocation. And where you become great in that field is called profession. Such people are called professionals, are great at something, not good at something. So the core purpose of life is the intersection of all these things called sweet spot. Similarly, business also can discover their purpose. So that is the very cause, very mission, and in fact that is called one line strategy. That what actually brings business is your philosophy, your very idea of serving people or solving a problem. So that can be one line, which is the very heart and soul of a business. So every business you can go and see their mission statement or their core purpose. So you can see that that is a very very whether they are in alignment of that or not. Right, that core purpose, that's very very important. And the second one is brand promise. So if they come to you, then brands are nothing but not only corporates but also individuals are brands. That if they come to you, so what they are going to get? Yeah. So what they are going to get? Suppose you go to a doctor, a cardiology doctor. What you are going to get? Why do you go to one MNC hospital? Why not an individual clinic? So sometimes you go to MNC hospital, again you look for the specific doctor. So you have a brand promise. If I go to that hospital, maybe they charge more, but I will get the best treatment because best doctors are there, best equipment is there, best that facilities are there. So you get a brand promise. So similarly, some hotel you will get a brand promise. So some hotels are known for fast delivery, some hotels are known for taste, some hotels are known for affordability. So what is their brand promise? So that decides, like cars, you have a different brand promise for different cars. So the third one and most important is core values. So the pillars of an organization, the roots of a tree is core values of an organization, because organizations are built by the first individuals, the second teams are built, third systems are built, and fourth they take decisions and scale the business by the data, that where is the next trend is coming. Suppose any domain, you can see that in which areas, in which sectors we can really grow, and where is our core strength, are we strong in that area, and where is the trend going on, and what makes money. So based on these three things, what you are absolutely passionate about, where you are world class, your in your competence, and what makes your money, what drives your economic engine. So these three intersections called BHAG, as Jim Collins proposed in Built to Last and Jim Good to Great book, that BHAG is big, hairy, audacious goal, which becomes an finite mission for the organization and with an infinite cost. Because Simon Sinek, the next book, Infinite Game, is really mesmerized me last year. And every year one book really touches me to the core, and one is Infinite Game. So, and then what is your core values, how to discover the core values, and not only just naming the core values, but what are the guidelines. In 2018 December, I have created a vision document for SB Group in Rajahmundry, and next year everybody, and there was a slowdown in the market, but they have done 200 crore turnover and in East Godavari. So he has acknowledged also in my YouTube channel, Mr. Rangaprasad of SB Ventures. Uh, his testimonials are there. So, so I'm really happy to see that when I create vision documents for the organization, they change their direction forever. And it says that Zin, you can't change your destiny overnight, but you can change the direction overnight. So anybody, so life won't change in an overnight, but an insight can generate an idea. It can actually take you to a different destiny. So that core values are important for life, because if you don't know what to stand for, you may fall for anything in life. That is why core values are not something మనం అవి వాటితో జీవించాలని కాదండి. ఏవి లేకపోతే నీవు జీవించలేవో అవి కోర్ వాల్యూస్. కోర్ వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ నాట్ సంథింగ్ యూ కెన్ లివ్ విత్, సంథింగ్ యూ కెనాట్ లివ్ వితౌట్. So let's see the next one in the order. So I'll make it a little bigger for you. So the next one is mastery, where you have the mastery, because market is not, it's in, maybe sometimes we feel that that customer is known to me and we have introduced in a BNA kind of network, so he will give business. No, nobody will do that. Even their own family members, relatives might be doing a lot of businesses. We don't call them when we really need such work. Our top of the mind recall is that who is the expert. So, and then where you are master, then they'll be proud to say that he's my friend, my relative. And where you have become master, market will respect you where you have the mastery. So next, if you can see that, then next one you need to create, because mastery is your expertise, your exceptional strength, where you are not replaceable. As I said that sometimes people call me that, sir, we need a motivation speaker. I get that is why I removed motivation speaker from my bio on LinkedIn, or everywhere in my bio page. I removed that motivation speaker or a corporate trainer, because they call me just because they want a motivation speaker, not specifically Venu Bhagavan. But when someone refers my name as a business coach or a mentor, so they specifically refer Venu Bhagavan. So sometimes we become a synonym of something, then we have achieved mastery in that area. So that's why in level 6 leadership, actually this program supposed to be named as a level 6 leadership. Next time I will not name it as a bold business leadership. I will simply name it as a level 6 leadership, because my book is already there in the market. This book written in 2016, but a lot of fundamentals given by great people in the world I have mentioned in this book, Level 6 Leadership, which is printed by a classic publications in Vijayawada, available online Amazon also. So there the fundamentals, if you can see that, so there is a story from Jim Collins. I have written that Hedgehog versus fox, నక్క ముళ్ళపంది. నక్క చాలా తెలివైంది, నక్కకు చాలా స్కిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో కానీ అది ముళ్ళపందిని గెలవలేదు. బికాస్ ముళ్ళపంది ఎంత దాడి చేసినా లాస్ట్ మినిట్‌లో కూడా అది ముళ్ళు ఓపెన్ చేస్తుంది. నక్క ఎన్ని జిత్తులేసినా గాని గెలవలేదు. బికాస్ ఫాక్స్ నోస్ మెనీ థింగ్స్ బట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీథింగ్. బట్ ఈ ముళ్ళపందికి ఒకటే తెలుసు, బట్ ఇట్స్ మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ దట్. సో మార్కెట్ రియల్లీ డజంట్ కేర్ హౌ మచ్ నాలెడ్జబుల్ యూ ఆర్, హౌ స్మార్ట్ యూ ఆర్, how many skills you have, but where is your mastery? So that's where our business is there, and your responsibility is to let the world know what is your core strength. So then you can create your b hack or vision or mission, so which actually brings the results. And also you have to make the stakeholders also part of that, and they also should be informed that what they are going to get once they achieve that. అండ్ ఒకవేళ కనుక ఈ స్వెట్ పార్ట్నర్స్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళకి, ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ ద రివార్డ్స్, అండ్ యూ లూజ్ ద క్రెడిబిలిటీ అండ్ పీపుల్ వోంట్ వర్క్ విత్ యూ, అండ్ an organization culture is not built. Because any organization, first as I said that, first it is individual driven, then it's team driven. You build a team, and then systems will come in place. So there are some processes will come. So not everything, anything can be repeated, can automate today technology really great leverage tool. And fourth one is data. So based on the research, based on the some survey, big companies do invest on areas where there's a market gap, where there's a supply, where there's a demand and there's no less supply. So they innovate there, because there is a need which is arrived, which market is not ready. And sometimes some visionary companies predict what can come. Suppose let us say that next 3 to 5 years or 10 years, maybe this some who knows that there may be a scarcity of a drought can come. It's in these extreme things are happening in the world, like wars, like a pandemic we have seen. So one can be ready that, as Sadhguru says, mental health pandemic may come in the next time. So we don't know. That the only thing is we have to be seen like immune. Since people never bothered about their immune before COVID, now so they are interested in really strengthening or empowering their immune, because even if the virus comes, that we are able to fight with that. So that awareness has come. Similarly, we need to be really strong at mental muscle, and also emotional intelligence, and also in spiritually. So once we are strong, we become unshakable. So coming to this one, that we had then right people. See, not just people are asset of in our, any organization. You might have heard many times, but people are not asset. Right people are the asset. How do you know the right people? So you need today entrepreneurs for a startup. Definitely, you can't take an accountant, you can't take one driver, you can't take each one person for each. One has to be very dynamic with his one core area. What is primary responsibility and what are the secondary responsibilities? So that that's what is more effective. That's why always I say that excellence is always cheap, and cheap is always expensive. So in that way, that even if some people are more, little more expensive, but in the long run, that's going to be cheaper. So, and then coming to this right people, what is the important? Behavior, attitude creates culture, environment. As I said, that fourth level of an organization is so drives by data. Fifth level is culture. Sixth level is the purpose. And culture-driven organizations, how cultures are built by core values which are alive in the organization. So some companies do the assessment sometimes whether they are alive or not. If they are missing, they'll do activities to see that that value is alive. But until and unless the intention and the environment or the leaders of the organization have that in mind, that unfortunately the context is wrong. However, you want to improve the content with the different trainings, it's not going to work. So that is why coaches play a major role, and it has to from the top to bottom, not bottom to the top. Because if the leaders are not right, and even however you give them the great motivation, it's not going to work. That's what my personal experience is. So here that right people is actually that great companies. My friend Raju Talreja says so. Great companies hire slow and fire fast, and ordinary companies hire fast and fire slow. So that's true, but one has to understand the intent of the person who is joining and integrity of the person who is joining, then the intelligence, which is his core competence, and then KPS and everything, KSA, KRA can come later. But first who, then what? So that's what is like an iceberg. The character is not seen. That tip of the iceberg is seen, not just knowledge and skill, but looking at who they are, because you have to travel with them. They become part of your family, and one wrong guy can actually spoil many people in the organization. And then your strategies will come. Strategies, technologies, systems, departments, consultants, and coaches. So today, the funda of any startup is lean and big. You don't have to have. So always I say that heads and overheads both come right. సో అవి ఎంత తక్కువ ఉంటే అంత మంచిదండి. దట్ లైబిలిటీస్ ఎక్కువ పెట్టుకోవడం వల్ల ఉపయోగం లేదు. దట్ ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఎకానమీ ఆర్ గిగ్ ఎకానమీ వి కాల్ ఇట్. సో హియర్ that after this, then leadership for a seamless execution in a flow state. And entrepreneur supposed to be a leader, supposed to be a manager, but more of a entrepreneur. And then second priority comes as a leader, because we are in the game of the people. And until and unless you become a level 6 leader, and you cannot give message, you are the message. That's what always I say that. So then it comes to the sales and marketing, and people, why am I am not able to sell? How can I increase my sales? People are worried about their sales and marketing, and without correcting the root, they wanted to get a better fruit. So it's always that the process first, and then results follow automatically. And in fact, sales will become obsolete. And who is selling in Amazon? You're only searching and buying. So it is actually that once you convert your customers into fans, and your sales will happen automatically by your customers, by referring to their customers, and then abundant cash flow. So that's how companies will become healthy, and as long as they take care of the fundamentals, and it's going to be wonderful. So thank you so much. And today, hope this is the I'm able to see only from the Facebook comments, but there are four. I think if there are no more comments, if there are more, I can answer for that. Let me continue further. So, and Varne Harnish also says that there are few things important. There's knowledge, street smartness, and collaborating. And how many of us really have the knowledge before we enter into the field? So, see, knowledge is always, I say that in Live Life Lively also have written that what is knowledge. If you see that in this world, everything is data. Before you are born, that data is there. After you die, also the data will be there. So, in fact, most of the data not in servers and books, it is also in our brain. So, when you when you learn something from somewhere, it becomes information. If you apply that information, that becomes knowledge. And knowledge becomes intellect. Intellect leads to intelligence, which is a flow from the universe. Like internet comes through our laptop, we become kind of a laptop. And intelligence should lead to wisdom. Otherwise, that leads to an unuseful or destructive tools. And then wisdom should lead to uh, focus. Once you understand where should I focus in my life, the best waste of time waste in life is something uh, doing very well. The best waste of the best time waste in life is doing something very well which you should not be doing with డూయింగ్ ఎట్ ఆల్. జీవితంలో అతిపెద్ద టైం వేస్ట్ ఏంటంటే, మనం చేయక్కర్లేని పనిని చాలా బాగా చేసేయడానికి చాలా సమయాన్ని, జీవితాన్ని వెచ్చించడం. ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ఇన్ లైఫ్ ఈస్ టు ఫిగర్ ఇట్ ఔట్ వాట్స్ అ వర్క్ అండ్ దెన్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఎ వర్క్ ఎట్ ఆల్. So we enjoy it and we get paid for our enjoyment. Like you see the any great players, any great directors, any great actors, most of them, including software, I have seen people enjoy coding and they get paid for their enjoyment. That must be the part. If that's not the given, everybody, if some people are not given that privilege, slow that ilaga undi kadandi. So love the girl, marry the girl you love, or love the girl, uh, girl or boy, please don't mind. So ప్రేమించిన అమ్మాయిని పెళ్లి చేసుకోండి, లేదా పెళ్లి చేసుకున్న అమ్మాయిని ప్రేమించండి. So same thing applies to other gender also. So that knowledge is important. That so wisdom should lead to focus. Where your focus is there, that expands. Whatever you focus, that expands. Focus on one big thing in life, that expands. You start seeing the negativity in this world, that expands. Start seeing the always opportunities. In Hyderabad, I'm speaking from Hyderabad, Telangana, and some real estate people are worried because new CM, new decisions, new way of thinking. But I feel crisis is an opportunity if you can really see that. So if you're not alert, if you're already lost the game inside, you will definitely lose it. But if you understand that this is bringing a new game, you get more excited. So and then focus will lead to mastery. Mastery will lead to genius, and market will see you in a different direction, and people want to collaborate with such masters. So knowledge and street smartness. Street smartness is always, I say that, see, this is a puppy. This puppy is so loud, so cute, and everybody, it becomes part of the family. And imagine if this puppy is left on the roadside, can it really survive? That is why many people who want to start up something, but when they expose to the market, when they collaborate with people, their intelligence, their strategies, their intentions, they are not able to understand. They think that the whole world is like me. Need not be so. So one has to be really street smart. So there is a common sense which cannot be taught in any university. And then collaboration. Whom to collaborate? So collaboration must be, according to Radha Agarwal, via must match. Always they say that V is value system. There are two kinds of values: cultural values and core values. Core values must match, and the second one is that interest. So if your interest is traveling or nature, if your partner interest is always that materialistic one, maybe going to bar, so it's not going to align. Of course, if some values are aligning, some are not, maybe you can collaborate. But if the fundamental values are not aligning, you will really you're not compatible to each other. So and then last one is values, interest, and abilities. Your competencies must complement each other. So that's how collaborations are going to work. And then I think today that's enough. So we have taken about 28 minutes. So let's complete this. So this is my company, VB Prosperity, and what I do personally or in as an organization, shifting the mindset for a breakthrough transformation, personal coaching or life coaching. And then it's also for the organization, because entrepreneur is nothing but a person. And until his transformation leads to his organizational transformation, so both are goes hand in hand, creating the momentum for an extraordinary results. So in marketing, sales results is something we really love. If you love the people, if you love the concept or the product, and then make creating the momentum is something is a game I love, and I feel that's my forte. And third one is creating prosperity for stakeholders, whosoever involves, not only in my team but also their team, customers team, clients team, that everybody that is working to fulfill his dreams, his personal life, his personal that to see that his family will go to the next level. But if you only tell the words, but if you don't do the deeds, and if you don't really stand up for them, So you can't build a great team, or we'll be keep searching for it, and we can't build a great organization culture. I feel organizations will become great only through culture and through purpose. So these two things actually makes good companies will become great companies. And if you feel that my sessions are inspiring or useful to you, you're welcome to join. So, and tomorrow is the last day to join, and you can note down my number here: 9995552629. Mr. Mohan will be assisting you in registering, and welcome. Even otherwise, I'll be keep coming live as many times as possible. And if anybody feeling inconvenient that because this notification may disturbing you, you can keep them silent, and you can archive. You can do anything you want. But since you subscribed, so it is a package deal. So thank you so much. God bless you. Wishing you a great rocking year 2024. Years will not be great. People say wish or hope. Don't just wish, don't just hope, but create. The best way to predict the future is to create it. So I really love this word. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So be the creators, because that's the power we are, all have been given. So thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great evening.